We are the most diverse GOP class ever.
We have immigrants, we have Asian Americans, Latino Americans, Hispanic Americans.
None of us ran on gender identity politics. We never said, vote for me because I'm a woman. We were the most qualified to represent the people in our districts.
Republican women made a big splash in this election because of their focus on safe communities and having a strong family-oriented lifestyle.
It's a record number of Republican women that are serving in the House, but beyond that, they are dynamic. They're passionate about America, about freedom.
I hope to use this position to encourage other people that think they're ordinary every day, that they don't have something to offer. You have something to offer. You can either run yourself, you can support someone that runs, you have skills.
If women don't run, women don't win. And it sounds so self-evident, but a lot of times women will chicken out. They'll hold back. They'll say, oh, well, he wants to run and he has more experience than I. You know, life experience comes in many forms.
So the number one piece of advice I would give is make sure you want to do it, but make sure you surround yourself with people who will help you along the way, because that's what makes a good congressperson.
The best advice I've gotten and I've come to realize that it's true, is that the loudest voices are not necessarily the most voices. And so I always have that in the back of my mind.
Women, when they run, have to understand that, especially if you're running as a Republican, it's going to be very difficult because, you know, Democrats are going to be really tough on you. The last thing they want to see is that diversity in our party and being represented by so many different people. But stay with it.
If you're a woman with an R by their name, you are treated much differently versus if you're a woman with a D by your name. And that could be by different organizations, could be the press. I mean, that is a prevalent theme, unfortunately, in this space.
I faced criticism from people who were like, you're leaving your kids. How can you leave your kids?
People often ask me, well, how do you do it? It's not that different than any other working mom.
You can't find time. You're not going to be in two places at the same time, but you can handle it as long as you're confident, and you're going to need a ton of support. You're going to need a lot of help, and I would suggest not to be afraid to ask for it.
The biggest challenge I think I faced personally was the fact that I was a conservative outsider. I've never been in politics before, ever. I spent my time raising a family and building a business. You know, I wasn't even president of student council or brownie troop leader.
You're gonna get a lot of pressure, you're gonna get a lot of heat. I've had almost $47 million spent against me as a candidate, and was not ever given a lot of credit for being a woman conservative.
Conservative women are standing up for our Constitution every day, and as Americans, we should be proud of that message. We should be proud that we're here fighting for our faith, our freedom, our liberty.
We have a voice. We have many more of us, and we're strong and courageous, and they're confident women, they're smart women, they're successful women.
We have to tackle issues that affect our freedoms going forward in this country, and I think you're seeing us already unite on many of those issues and really share our stories, talking about how policies here might affect those, good and bad, right?
I want to get the message of freedom out. That's exactly what we just saw in 2020. That's what the election was all about. Freedom, liberty, personal responsibility, limited government. And you know, it's not just all wrapped up in the policy. It's getting government out of our lives, out of our homes, out of our wallets, out of our businesses, so we can live our lives.
Women candidates, I believe, are seeing extraordinary acceptance now because people now understand what they bring to the table.
And GOP women are just as diverse as everybody else. There's not one statement that's going to fit all of us. We all come from diverse backgrounds and experiences, and we've got different skill sets.
To have a record number of women serving in the House it's a game changer.
What you do see is a brand new energy that's been brought up this year, a fighting spirit, new ideas, and people who are willing to go to the mat for what they believe in.